Hi, welcome to the premiere episode of Controller Punch. I'm your host, Racky Singh, and I'm here with Andrew Massey.
How's it going?
And I guess you could call this review show, it's something.
It's certainly something.
It is what it is. Anyways, today we are looking at Street Fighter 4. Now, Street Fighter 4 is a gorgeous game, but as a big Street Fighter fan and a Street Fighter 3 fan, I was a little worried about the transition to 3D.
Worried? What could you possibly be worried about? I mean, look at it. Look at Cammy's ass, right there.
Well, that is quite the thong flossing.
It's gorgeous. I mean, they rendered it perfectly.
They did manage to capture the 2D style pretty well. Though Crimson Viper's breasts kind of weird me out.
Pillowy, or very pushed up.
Well, I don't even know if it's pushed up, but that tie doesn't make physical sense.
I don't think her entire upper torso makes much, like, anatomical sense at all.
I mean, she's a little SNK inspired.
Very. I would totally expect to see her in something like King of Fighters.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the one weird thing about the newest characters in Street Fighter, is that they're all a little bit SNK inspired.
Hey, wait a second, look at that.
I think she
forgot her always wings.
She did. She's be rocking the red wings. I'd earn my red wings on that.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, outside of the new characters, though, the character designs of this game are classic. Like, these are characters your girlfriend's gonna remember, your ex-girlfriend, your mom.
Well, I don't know about my mom. She can't say Ryu's name right.
She can't say Ryu's name right? What does she say?
Ryo.
That's a little bad, then.
Well, she's an uncultured Philistine. Who can blame her?
Well, mommy hate in the first episode. I don't know what to say.
Well, that's certainly gonna set the tone for the rest of it.
I guess so. Alright, so let's take a minute here to talk about the story elements in this game. Street Fighter 4 takes place like 2 minutes after Street Fighter 2, and they've kind of completely neglected to add any of the Street Fighter 3 characters.
Which was sad, because there was a lot of Street Fighter 3 characters I enjoyed playing with.
Yeah, the designs for them are great in their own right. What'd you think about the voice acting?
The voice act, well, the English voice acting, as, you know, shown by Abel here, was, I don't know, I was like, they went to the special ed class with a microphone and cue cards. And they said,
exceptional children.
Exceptionally, whatever. Exceptionally retarded.
I mean, outside of that, though, the anime cutscenes are alright. The only problem is that the only way to get the story is to own the Collector's Edition. Yeah,
which, you know, if you own an Xbox 360, the Collector's Edition, it isn't even a DVD. It's actually in an Xbox game format that you play.
Yeah, but I mean, it's high def, so why do you want a DVD when you could get it in high def?
Or you could just buy the PS3
Well, then you'd be a genius, because the PS3 version is just better all around.
Yeah, with the controller and, yeah.
Well, with the controller, mostly, and, you know, it doesn't make your 360 go red ring.
Fuck Microsoft.
Well, speaking of things that are cheap,
Zangief,
the Red Cyclone.
Way overpowered.
Incredibly overpowered.
And it sucks because he's my favorite character to play with, and, you know, playing online and listening to kids yell at me about it kind of sucks.
Screaming 12-year-olds suck. Yeah, hopefully Capcom will fix this in DLC down the line.
Yeah.
It's going to affect tournaments otherwise.
One can hope.
Now, here's a question for you. What do you think of Alfrite and Rufus? First Rufus.
Rufus, well, he's the American dream.
The American dream? More like the American reality.
Yeah, he's the bad hangover after America wakes up from its dream.
Yeah, after a long, hard night of drinking. What about Alfrite?
Alfrite, you know, he could be actually pretty good. I mean, you know, he's a kind of a weird character. He's running around like, you know, Wile E. Coyote over here.
I mean, he has that infinite combo, but I think, you know, he could do some damage in tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and there's one character that really pisses me off, and it's Seth. I mean, I used to play Street Fighter 3 all the time at level 8 difficulty, and Gil was a challenge. Seth, he's just cheap.
Yeah, I was not impressed. I mean, looking at the character design of it, it's like, I don't know, it's almost like they did an internet poll, and this is the best they came out with.
The internet is not always right. You're wrong.
All the time.
Yeah, I don't know. He's poorly designed, poorly executed. He spams all his moves together.
Yeah, he did this move right here, the uppercut pile driver 4 times in a row.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's so gratifying to see Bison or Vega, if you're in Japan, kick his ass.
Yeah, I don't know, I hated that character right from the get-go. Yeah, he's such a throwaway boss. They could have done so much better with this last boss.
Capcom, you listening?
Listening?
Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5 be better. Alright, enough complaining now. I love this fucking game. I even bought 2 copies of it, one for PS3 and one for 360. It's totally like being back in the arcade in the 90s.
Every time I've played it, I've had a great fucking time.
Yeah, man, I would proudly punch my controller to this game.
I'd probably touch my dick to the TV when Cammy's on it.
And there you have it. Check in next time for another episode of Controller Punch.